When you leave the house, do you actually know what your pet does the moment that door closes? Most people assume their dog curls up and waits. Their cat finds a sunny spot and sleeps. Their bird just exists. But behind that quiet house, something else is happening. Something most owners never see, never think to ask about, and never fully understand. Because here is what nobody tells you. The version of your pet you see when you are home is not the only version of them that exists. There is a whole inner life happening without you. And what goes on inside that life says more about how your pet feels about you than almost anything they do in your presence. If you have never stopped to think about it, you might be missing the clearest window into what your pet actually needs from you. Let us start with what happens the second you walk out the door. 1. The goodbye isn't the end. It is where the real story begins. Have you ever set up a camera to see what your pet does when you leave? Most people who do it expect nothing, maybe some sleeping, maybe some wandering. What they actually see stops them cold. The common assumption is that pets simply power down when we leave, like they exist for us, and pause when we are gone. That is not what is happening. Here's what is actually happening. Your pet enters a completely different behavioral state the moment you disappear, one that researchers call the absence response. Their senses shift into a higher register. Their environment becomes something they actively navigate, not something they passively wait in. Dogs move through the house checking each room in order, not randomly, in the specific sequence they have learned to associate with you, your bedroom, your chair, the spot by the door where you stood last. They're not lost, they're looking, systematically, with intent. Cats do something different, but no less deliberate. They reoccupy the spaces you were just in. They sit in your chair. They press against your pillow, not because the spot is comfortable, because it holds your scent at its strongest, and your scent is, to them, a form of your presence. Think about that for a second. Even when you are gone, your pet is trying to keep you close. They're not waiting for your return. They're reconstructing you from what you left behind. And by the way, if your pet has ever pressed their nose into your worn clothing or dragged your shirt across the floor, do not dismiss that. We'll come back to what that actually means near the end of this video, and it's one of the most emotionally significant things a pet can do. 2. What science says about the pets who miss you most. You've probably heard that dogs love their owners, but the depth of that attachment surprised even the researchers who study it professionally. A 2015 study published by Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest placed dogs in a brain scanner while presenting them with the sense of familiar humans, unfamiliar humans, and other dogs. The results were unambiguous. The scent of their owner activated the reward center of the brain more powerfully than any other stimulus, more than food, more than toys, more than other dogs. What the science is telling you is this: your scent is chemically coded into your nervous system as a good thing. But here's where it gets even more powerful. A follow-up study from the same institution found that dogs who had a secure attachment to their owners, dogs who were greeted calmly, handled gently, and treated with consistency, showed measurably lower stress levels during separation. The bond you build when you are present directly shapes how your pet survives your absence. That's not just affection, that's biology confirming what you already felt. 3. The invisible architecture they build around you. Your home, to your pet, is not a neutral space, it's a map, and you are at the center of it. Cats and dogs both use scent to build what behavioral scientists call a social territory, an invisible architecture that defines who belongs where, who is family, and who is safe. And here's the part most owners never realize. You are one of the primary architects of that map, whether you know it or not. Cats have scent glands along their cheeks, their paws, and the base of their tail. When they rub against furniture, against door frames, against your legs, they're not being affectionate in the way we typically mean that word. They are applying invisible markers that say this belongs to my world. And when they do it to you, They're saying, so do you. You're part of the territory, not just a visitor in it, not just the person who brings food. You're woven into the scent map of their home. That distinction matters enormously. Dogs do something differently. They mark their resting areas near yours. They position their bodies in rooms they can monitor your movement from. They choose sleeping spots not by comfort, but by line of sight. They want to see where you are because you are the anchor point their entire geography is organized around. And hey, if this is making you see your pet differently, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more pet owners who actually want to understand what their animals are really telling them. 4. The ancient behavior hiding behind the modern pet. What your pet does alone at home is not new behavior. It is ancient behavior that found a new target, you. In the wild, social animals, wolves, wild cats, even small rodents, manage separation through scent, through routine, and through spatial memory. These are not learned behaviors. They are survival mechanisms encoded across thousands of generations. The capacity to remember where a pack member went, to trace a scent trail back to safety, to wait in a location associated with return. Your pet inherited every single one of those mechanisms, and they have redirected them entirely toward you. When a dog presses its nose into your jacket and carries it to their bed, that is the same impulse a wolf would use to track a separated packmate through a forest. When a cat sleeps on your side of the bed while you are away, that is the same behavior a wild cat would use to hold the scent of a familiar companion in their space, to feel less alone. The behavior is ancient. The love beneath it is real. What makes this remarkable is that you did not train them to do any of it. There is no command for miss me, no reward system that produced search my chair for my scent. These behaviors emerged because your pet's brain, shaped by millions of years of social survival, found in you the most important relationship it knows how to form. 5. They don't do this with just anyone. Here is something worth sitting with. Your pet does not do these things for everyone. The house searching, the scent seeking, the territorial architecture built around a human presence, they do not extend that to strangers. Not to guests who come every week, not to family members they see regularly but have not bonded to deeply. A 2019 study from Oregon State University found that domestic cats, when placed in an unfamiliar environment with either their owner or a stranger, showed distinctly different behavior. With strangers, they explored cautiously or avoided entirely. With their owner, they used them as a secure base, venturing out, returning, reorienting. The same pattern human infants show with their primary caregiver. Your pet is not just attached to humans in general, they are specifically attached to you. The scent seeking is for your scent. The room searching follows your routine. The sleeping spot is on your side. Think about what that means. Out of every human your pet has ever encountered, they chose you as their center of gravity. Not because you were the only option, because something in the way you treat them, something in the consistency of your presence, something in the safety they feel with you, told their nervous system, this is the one. That is not dependency, that is a decision, and they make it every single day. 6. What they're really doing when they wait at the door. Remember earlier when I mentioned that your pet does something specific near the end of their wait for you? Here's what I was talking about. In the last minutes before you typically return home, something shifts. Dogs begin repositioning. Studies tracking canine behavior during owner absence, including research that documented it across hundreds of filmed sessions, found that dogs often move to the door
the window, or the owner's most used return point at a time that correlates with the owner's actual departure from wherever they are, before the car pulls in, before any sound is possible. Whether that's explained by pattern recognition, by time sensitivity, or by something scientists do not fully understand yet, the behavior itself tells you something undeniable. Your return is anticipated. It is prepared for. Your pet orients their end of absence around the moment you come back. They are not just waiting, they are expecting. And that expectation is built on the most foundational form of trust an animal can offer, the certainty that you will come back. That is not instinct filling a void. That is faith, the kind that only forms through repetition, through care, through a relationship that has proven itself reliable enough to count on. When you walk through that door, the joy you see is not simply excitement, it is relief. Confirmation, the proof, one more time, that the trust was worth it. That simple return, the one you make every day without thinking about it, to them is the most important moment of their day, every time. 7. When the secret life stops and what it's telling you. There is one version of this story that every pet owner needs to know. Sometimes the secret life stops. A dog who used to pace and search begins lying still. A cat who used to press into your pillow stops choosing your space. The rituals disappear. The anticipatory movement at the door fades. This is not your pet becoming more independent. This is not a sign that things are fine. Behavioral scientists who study companion animals call this withdrawn behavior one of the earliest and most reliable markers of emotional distress. Not physical illness, though it can accompany it, but a disruption in the attachment system itself. Depression in pets is real, clinically documented, and often invisible to owners who are not watching for it. What causes it? Extended unpredictability. Long or erratic absences, a change in routine that the pet can't make sense of, the gradual erosion of the certainty that you will return because the pattern has broken too many times. If your pet has stopped doing the things described in this video, the searching, the scent seeking, the door waiting, do not wait for a more obvious sign. That silence is the sign. Talk to your vet. Rebuild the routine. Come home when you said you would as often as you can, because what your pet is asking for, in the only language they have, is consistency. Proof, again, that you are coming back. Do not ignore it. So when you leave the house tomorrow morning and that door clicks shut behind you, here's what's actually happening on the other side of it. Your pet is searching for you in every room. They are pressing into the spaces that still hold your warmth. They are building their entire waiting world around the architecture of your return. And in the final minutes before you arrive, they are moving toward the door. That is not just animal behavior. That is devotion, expressed in the only way they know how. The secret life of your pet was never really a secret. It was always a love story. Just one that happens when you're not watching. And now that you know, it's worth watching for. If your pet does any of these things, you already know what they're trying to say. Subscribe to What Pets Hide, and we'll keep translating.